Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you stayed dry and safe last night. We had that bad weather come through. And I hope you've been able to see my episode 2. I was able to finally get it uploaded. It took several hours and it didn't upload till like in the middle of the night. So I apologize for that. I'm going to try to do it a little bit sooner today and see if maybe that'll help, with maybe there's so much traffic going on YouTube, on the internet. So I'm not going to take very long today as far as the introduction because I have 2 books that I want us to read, and they're kind of like a sequel. One, follows the other, and it's about the same character in both books. So, but I wanted to remind you today is April Fool's Day. April Fool's Day is like, I was looking it up and it says that it did a lot of origin. It's not really known about exactly where it started from. There, some different theories, but it's basically like the happiest and the most practical joke day of the year. So a lot of people play jokes and then they say, oh, April Fools. But, so if you do play a joke, then make sure it's, a good joke and it doesn't hurt anybody's feelings or it doesn't hurt anyone. But I just wanted to tell you that it was Wednesday, April 1st, and it is considered April Fool's Day. So like I said, we're going to get started so that I can get both of these books read. One is called Elmer, and the author is David McKee. And the other is Elmer and the Lost Teddy, and the author is also David McKee. So the first one is a 3.2. It's worth half a point. And it kind of like gives you a little bit of information about who Elmer is. So I'm going to read that one first. And again, I found these on my girls' books shelf. And I found one, then I found the other one. But so I wanted to share those with you in case you may not have heard of Elmer. And just let you know that there are books out there that maybe we don't have in the library, or maybe you haven't read before. So I've been choosing those books basically. So again, this is a 3.2 and the quiz number is 21669. So let's get started. There was once a herd of elephants. Elephants young, elephants old, elephants tall and short, fat and thin. All were different, but all were happy, and almost all were the same color. And what color is that? What color are all those elephants? They're gray, aren't they? All except Elmer. Elmer was not elephant color. He was patchwork. Elmer was yellow and orange and red and pink and purple and blue and green and black and white. Patchwork is where all of those blocks of color are kind of like put together. Like you'll see that sometimes on a on material, maybe like a quilt, or either maybe like a patchwork pillow, or either maybe like some clothes. So that's what patchwork means, is when those colors are put together in that way. It was Elmer who kept the other elephants happy. Their games and jokes were always his idea. If an elephant was laughing, the cause was usually Elmer. So look at them all joking around and playing. But Elmer himself wasn't happy. Who ever heard of a patchwork elephant, he thought. No wonder they laugh at me. One morning, just as the others were waking up, Elmer slipped away. As he walked through the jungle, Elmer met other animals. "Good morning, Elmer," they all said. After a long walk, Elmer found what he was looking for, a large bush covered with elephant-colored berries. Elmer caught hold of the bush and shook it until the berries fell on the ground. Now, what do you think he's going to do? Why is he shaking those berries off of that tree? Let's see. Let's find out. Then Elmer lay down and rolled over on the berries, this way and that. He picked up bunches of berries and rubbed himself all over until he was covered with berry juice. When he had finished, wasn't a sign of any yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white. Elmer looked like any other elephant. So now what color was he? What color is he? He's gray. On his way back through the jungle, Elmer passed the other animals. "Good morning, elephant," they said. So now he's the same color as all the other elephants. When Elmer rejoined the herd, none of the other elephants even noticed him. Can you find Elmer? You see where he is? Look closely. There he is. See his eyeballs? As he stood there, Elmer felt that something was wrong. But what? He looked around. Same old jungle, same old blue sky, same old rain clouds, same old elephants. The other elephants were standing absolutely still, silent and serious. Elmer had never seen them so serious before. It made him want to laugh. Finally, he could bear it no longer. He lifted his trunk and at the top of his voice shouted, jumped in surprise. Elmer was helpless with laughter. Then the others began to laugh too. Too bad Elmer isn't here to share the fun, they said, laughing harder and harder. Why didn't they think Elmer was there? And then the rain cloud burst. When the rain fell on Elmer, his patchwork started to show again. "Oh, Elmer!" gasped the old elephant as Elmer was washed back to normal. "You've played some good jokes, but this has to be the biggest laugh of all. What would we do without you?" "We must celebrate this day ever," said another, "the day of Elmer's best joke. All of us elephants will decorate ourselves in his honor," said a third, "and Elmer will decorate himself like elephant color." So see, they're playing jokes here on April Fool's Day, excuse me. And one day, each year, the elephants color themselves yellow or orange or red or pink or purple or blue or green or black or white and have a parade. If you happen to see an elephant in the Elmer's Day parade who is ordinary elephant color, you will know it must be Elmer. So where's Elmer in this picture? You see him? There he is. And that's the end of Elmer by David McKee. Again, the quiz number is 21669 and the level is a 3.2. And look how he blends in. Look at the cover, how he blends in. What do you call that when something blends into its surroundings? It's called, starts with a C, camouflage. So Elmer is camouflaged with the background of the cover of the book. That's cool, right? All right, Elmer book number 2, Elmer and the Lost Teddy. And this one is a 2.2. So I have a second grade book today. It is again worth half a point. The quiz number is 40588. Let me see if I can adjust this. Maybe it's a little bit easier to see. And here's Elmer again. And what is he called? What's that that style he is? What is that the way that those numbers, those colors are put together? It's called patchwork. He's a patchwork elephant. The sky was already dark and full of stars when Elmer the Patchwork Elephant heard the sound of crying. It was Baby Elephant. "He can't sleep," said Mother Elephant. "He wants his teddy. We took Teddy with us on a picnic, and somewhere we lost it." "Never mind," said Elmer. "He can borrow my teddy tonight. Tomorrow I'll look for his." So Elmer hurried home for his teddy, and as soon as Baby Elephant snuggled down with it, he fell fast asleep. Now look at Elmer's elephant. What does it have? It's made with what? It's made with patchwork too. This bird's peeking over, trying to see you guys. All right, so he's a patchwork, and then Elmer is patchwork. His teddy is a patchwork. The next morning, Elmer set off in search of the lost teddy. He hadn't gone far when he met his cousin Wilbur. Wilbur was a ventriloquist. Woo, that's a big old word Miss Byrd had to say. He could make his voice sound like it came from anywhere, and he loved to play tricks. "Hello, Wilbur," said Elmer. "I'm looking for Baby Elephant's lost teddy. Have you seen it?" "No," said Wilbur. His voice sounded like it came from Byrd. "But if I find it, I'll call you." So he said he's a what? It starts with a V. It's a big old word, ventriloquist. And that is someone who can make their voice sound like it's coming from somebody else. Like they project their voice into like it's coming from another character, or they might have a stuffed animal or something like that that they are using. A little later, a voice said, "Hello, Elmer. Where are you going?" It was Lion. "Baby Elephant has lost his teddy and I'm looking for it," Elmer explained. "Oh dear," said Lion. "Baby Lion would be very upset if he lost his teddy. If I find it, I'll call you. Maybe Tiger has seen it." "Yoo-hoo, Tiger!" Elmer called as he came near Tiger's home. "Shh, Elmer, the twins are asleep." "Sorry," whispered Elmer. "Baby Elephant's lost his teddy. Have you seen it?" "That's serious," said Tiger. "The twins wouldn't sleep without their teddies. If I'll find it, I'll call you." Look at the Tiger twins with their teddies. All day long, Elmer went from animal to animal. All the young ones had their teddies, but none of them had seen Baby Elephant's teddy. They all said the same thing. "If we find it, we'll call you." It was getting late and Teddy was still lost. "I hope I find him soon," thought Elmer. "It's nearly time for bed." Just at that moment, he heard a shout, "Help! Help!" And then, "I'm lost! I'm lost!" So who do you think that could be calling like that? Let's see. Elmer pushed through the bushes, and there, sitting under a tree, was a teddy bear. "Please help me! I want to go home! I can't sleep without my baby elephant!" "You can talk," said Elmer in surprise. "But why isn't your mouth moving?" Just then Wilbur appeared from the bushes. Elmer laughed. "I've been tricked again," he said. "I should have known it was you making Teddy talk." So look at there. What was Wilbur doing? he was acting like a ventriloquist. And he made his voice sound like it was coming from who? The teddy bear. Wilbur chuckled. I told you I'd call if I found Teddy, he said. Come on, let's take Teddy home. It's getting dark. And the two cousins set off together, singing as they went. Baby Elephant was excited to see his own Teddy again. Mother Elephant couldn't thank Elmer and Wilbur enough. So look at Baby Elephant. Whose Teddy has he been having for a few days or for a little while his was lost? This was whose? This was Elmer's, and that's Baby Elephant's. Weren't you worried that Baby Elephant might want to keep your Teddy? Wilbur asked Elmer on their way home. Your Teddy is very different. It's special. But Wilmer, didn't you know, said Elmer in surprise, you don't have to be different to be special. All Teddies are special, especially your own. And that's the end of Elmer and the Lost Teddy. And some of you may sleep with a teddy or might sleep with a stuffed animal. And you know what? Miss Byrd did when I was a little girl. And I think I even seemed like I took something whenever I went off to college. I think it was a teddy bear. So I had something with me for a long, long time. And I snuggled with it. It just kind of gave me comfort and something about holding on to something whenever I was about to fall asleep. So you know what? If you're small, young, teenage years, or even if you are an adult and you still need a teddy or something to hold on to, it's okay. So that does kind of give us some comfort as we're trying to go to sleep. I do want to tell you real quick that whenever I post this, Miss Penny Michler, she had posted something last night on our school webpage, and there is an art activity that goes on along with these books, and it shows you how to make Elmer, and it's out of a milk jug, and how to all the directions are there. Okay, I didn't read all the directions, but when I saw it, I said, oh my gosh, I said that is perfect for those books. So I asked her if I could borrow it and share it with you guys and girls. So I will be posting that link and that information along with the video. And before I go, since today is April Fool's, I have some jokes for you. So I have 3 little jokes, and that will end our episode for today. The first one. Why was 6 afraid of 7? What? Do you know? Again, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Are you kidding me? 7, 8, 9. Aha, you get it? All right. What animal is always at a baseball game? Can you think about that for a minute? What animal is always at a baseball game? Ding, 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 ding. Bat. If you said bat, you're right. How you like my timer? I know, I'm sorry. Miss Byrd is just going with this and making it up, some of it, when I go along. So I do have the jokes already picked out, though. All right, last one. This is the best one to me. I like this one, and you'll like this one, and I want you to share it. Okay, you got to play it. Ask your parents today, your family members. All right. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Okay, think about that. What do you call cheese that isn't yours? Nacho cheese! All right, guys, everybody, or bye, everybody, and have a wonderful evening, and I hope you enjoy both the books. All right, until tomorrow. Bye-bye.